So my topic, we'll make it brief. We'll try. If you had control of the universe, say the Star Wars universe or the Marvel universe.
Okay, so a fictional universe that exists.
A fictional universe, not our universe.
Yes,
Yes,
right.
a fictional universe that exists.
Blasphemy.
What would you do with it? So feel free to pick an example. If there's like a particular show or a book series or something you connect with, pick one and then tell me what sort of direction you would take it in. I'll give you an example. Like, there's obviously been a lot of buzz around Ghostbusters at the moment because they announced that they were going to do remake's not the right word because I don't think that's been confirmed, but they're expanding the Ghostbusters universe more, which involves film with an all-female cast. But news like this week or last week, whenever it was also that they're going to do a film alongside that with a male cast.
Okay.
So
Can I just quickly...
what's going on?
Yeah. Have you guys heard what's happening with Star Wars? Apparently there'll be 6 films.
What, 6 more films?
With standalones, right? Including the standalones, yeah.
So it'll be 7, 8, and 9 will come every 2 years, and in between there'll be a standalone film. So
6 years of Star Wars, man. Bring it on!
I don't understand what the standalones are. So it's those things
They're
in the universe,
Star Wars universe,
but they're not part of the larger story.
Part of the larger story, yeah. Like individual
So
characters.
they'll just make 3 standalone films.
Yeah.
Which
They'll
have the
make a
potential...
shit ton of money as well.
Exactly. They'll make... Oh my goodness.
I'm happy to oblige. Assuming the quality is alright.
Yeah, exactly. Assuming it's a Guardians of the Galaxy style thing where it's just in the same, it's in that same universe, it's fun, it's got the same, I guess, humor and writing, I'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
The merchandising.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so much money.
How many Jedi can they put into a single fight?
Lego are going to
Just
be like
so you can file the
sweating
Lego
balls
pieces.
to design sets.
No, I don't
Just
think they'll
like sets on
complain.
the opening
I don't think they'll
credits.
complain.
No.
Just like the opening credits set.
It's just like a black slate with the yellow.
That slowly scrolls.
It's like a Technic set. It just wheels around. Oh my god, I love it.
Somebody from Lego just watching this. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
What a brilliant idea. And then we can do
genius.
closing credits, and you have to get both. Anyway. Sorry, continue.
So, with the Star Wars universe, I don't even know where to begin. I've heard like a bunch of different theories about what they could do with the Star Wars universe. But I do really like the idea of like picking particular kind of sub characters, like Boba Fett's like a good example, and like looking into his story, and he's kind of like a mysterious character, so unpacking that further would be awesome. But then I almost like the idea of like some sort of entirely like flip side Star Wars universe where they're doing this a lot in Marvel at the moment, where they're substituting male characters for female characters, and I really sort of like that idea. Like, what happens if you were to take the Star Wars universe and just swap all the roles? You had like, I mean, there's so few female characters in Star Wars, it's kind of ridiculous. So I'd almost be really confused as to what it would be like if it was the other way around.
It'd be cool.
It'd be cool though.
As in, just to make it
worth exploring.
Just to write a script with mostly female characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not taking like
can you imagine like
Okay,
a female Han Solo, just like this badass in like, I don't know, like black skinny jeans with that waistcoat like hipsters wear these days, and I don't know, I reckon it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Potentially.
I'd
I don't want to see a female Jar Jar Binks though.
Female Jedi would be
clear of
nice. Female Jedi.
There's lots of female Jedi already.
The female Jedi in the first 6 films was interesting. I can't remember her name, but she was an alien. But they could have had more than a single.
Yeah, a single
One?
female. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them do something from like a Sith perspective.
Yeah. Yes, I'd love to see more of that.
The political structure of the Sith.
I don't really want to see too many political Star Wars.
Yeah, they ruined number 1 and 2 with that, didn't they?
The Senate. Why are we in a Senate? I didn't come to politics.
Alright, so to answer your question,
Okay.
I think I get what you're trying to say.
Sure.
The Lord of the Rings universe, I'm obviously huge on.
Yeah.
I'd love to see, I don't think it's possible without completely butchering it or leaving too much out, but to see films or like a television series about the Silmarillion. So all of the stuff that leads up to The Hobbit, effectively. First age of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. There's lots of lore behind that though, isn't there?
There's
Like
so much.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I only found out a few months ago that Tolkien intended for Middle Earth to be what we're living in today. So Earth Middle Earth is on this Earth, and we are currently in, because you know how Lord of the Rings was in the third age.
God, I love that idea.
We're currently in like the 8th age of this planet.
Wow. That's
How
crazy.
cool is that?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
That's
So I'd like to
really
see a TV series that focuses on the events of the Silmarillion and how it came to... I could spout all the lore now, but I'm not going to because we're short on time. But yeah, all that stuff. I think that'd be a fantastic
Awesome
show.
That'd be really good.
Well, I know they would love to make more Lord of the Rings movies if they could, so...
Yeah, but the family is not letting go of the rights to the Silmarillion.
No, fair enough.
Yeah,
they were
not
pretty
up.
reluctant to let go of The Hobbit, so...
I haven't seen the third Hobbit film.
Now they're regretting that.
In protest, I haven't seen the third Hobbit film yet.
In protest?
Yeah, in protest of how shit I thought the second one was.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
The third's arguably the best one.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not heard that yet.
I
There
was
we
a
go.
fan.
In
Apart
fact,
from
I
the-
think it's my favourite third. It's like... It shouldn't have been split into 3 movies.
No.
You've got to consider all 3 of those films together as a whole, I think. The third
Which-
film is very much the climax.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
very much like all the action sequences and all that. And it's really good.
Yeah.
Not really good. It's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I saw the honest trailer for it recently, and they were pointing out like just how really the first 5 minutes of the third one is the Battle of Lake Town
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the dragon, and it's like there's no reason why they needed it to be a cliffhanger. They could have just put it
At the end of...
at the end of the second,
Yeah.
but instead they had the ludicrous. Oh, fine. Anyway,
Yeah.
I know a number of people that are doing that in terms of editing their own one like film long cut of 4 to 4.5 hours. Of them, must use footage to tell the story how the book tells it. Which is an interesting thought. I don't know if it's appropriate to take someone else's art and edit it. But anyway, my universes. Well, I can tell you what I wouldn't do. So I wouldn't do like a Walking Dead thing, which the way I see it, I haven't watched the second half of season 5. But just sort of building up this really nice structure and then just really stretching it. That's what I saw season 3 as being. Once they split up the characters, they're really sort of stretching the universe because they're not adding to it. When the group's all together, the universe gets added to. When they're all spread apart, you're just seeing little snippets of things. That is just, I find frustrating, but that's me. And then I wouldn't pull a Joss Whedon, and that's create an amazing universe. And then when your fans ask you to contribute more to it, you respond by plucking out their favourite characters, by killing them off. That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
no, I understood.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to build a universe purely for the sake of killing loved ones. I don't know. I think a universe that can self-generate would be cool. Like in terms of what they did with Star Trek, it was cool how. Oh wow, I don't know classic Star Trek, so I can't really quote on this. But it was really interesting how they put the new film into like this alternate reality. So building a universe that can have alternate realities for almost anyone to, I guess, contribute their own ideas, and a universe that can self-generate, new storylines and new characters and concepts is cool.
Well, your Freudian slip there says it all. Stargate.
Yes,
Stargate's an awesome one to do.
That is exactly. As soon as I let that slip, I was like, "Wow, I know what universe I've got now." So Stargate would definitely be the universe that I choose to be in control of. I'd start off by finishing off Stargate Universe because I think that was a show that was, whilst very different to the original, to SG-1 and Atlantis, it was its own thing, and it was a new style and a new tone, and something that really should have been continued and was cut, unfortunately.
Yeah. With The Walking Dead, I'm glad you brought that one up. I kind of like... I think that's got to come to a point where the show needs more direction. I like where it is now, but it can't last. And Rick, who's the core character, I can't see him living the entire time. I think at some point, like, something's going to have to give. They've been doing like a spin-off Walking Dead show, which maybe could be cool. I would like to see it be picked up in another country, because often with these shows they come very sort of central around one location. Game of Thrones is one that sort of kind of filters around the peripheral, I suppose, of Westeros. But I like the idea of just like in the same universe, being a far-flung place with entirely different set of characters. I also like the idea of universes overlapping as well. Like, it would be ludicrous to suggest, but if you just sort of realize that Star Wars and Star Trek occurred in the same universe, like that obviously that would never happen.
Like
but just that moment of like, what the fuckery when you realize
like
that
Rick and
exists.
Carl stumbling across the characters from Hot Fuzz.
That would be cool.
Sorry, not from the zombie one.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
No, Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz would be more ludicrous. but-
Wouldn't that be cool though?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My favorite, actually, one of my favorite crossovers I've seen ever would be in Million Ways to Die in the West by Seth MacFarlane. It's a show set in the Wild West, and he's just a guy in a town who sort of it's satire, but about the Wild West, which is really funny because it's all the jokes are just jokes that we don't really get because they're not about our lifestyle, but they're all about their lifestyle. So it's very historically interesting. There's one time where his character is just walking down the through the town, and he sees this barn with all these lights coming out of it. And he goes up and he opens the door and he just sees Doc from Back to the Future with the time machine car in front of him. And Doc just looks around and goes, "Oh, hi there, how's it going? I'm just doing a weather experiment."
I just got that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, and it's so good. Like, it's just the best gag.
That's
'Cause they get
that's
the actor and
hilarious.
everything to be in Million Ways to Die in the West as Doc from Back to the
It doesn't
Future.
always have to be funny. Like Game of Thrones is on my mind at the moment, and that's because that's what I'm watching. So I'm thinking like different ways that you could take that universe further. And I almost like the idea of kind of taking, as I suggested, like going to a far-flung place and developing a character, especially like an anti-hero, and maybe just do it in like a season and a bit, and build up to this climax where he shifts like series, and you introduce this anti-hero character. Who's now become kind of like just a badass, and then that moment of like just awesomeness where he's like that season ends as he's introduced back into Game of Thrones.
Right.
Like,
And so
imagine if Better Call Saul came first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it was all about this
exactly.
character Saul, and then suddenly the show Breaking Bad started,
Yeah.
and say Better Call Saul went for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
As the 3rd season of Better Call Saul happens, season 1 of Breaking Bad happens, and then Better Call Saul ends, but his character goes into the show Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Like you can almost do it like you pick out who are our standout characters in this series, and they're doing this with Star Wars to a degree. And they're like, okay, well, are we going to do a prequel series, or we're going to explore their story after the fact? But I like that idea of exploring like different angles, but especially that idea of kind of keeping it a secret and like this kind of is. It's like Game of Thrones. Hold on. It is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They've just introduced him into the series. Like, I reckon that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
DC are doing this a lot at the moment with all their characters like Flash and Arrow. They're sort of interacting and secting, and they're going to start doing that with films as well.
I guess
and
that's
like that
essentially what Marvel did. Like, Thor and Captain America were almost purely made so that they could make the Avengers film.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, that's the only purpose those films were made, which is why I was very hesitant to see either of them.
I think they've improved though. Like the last Captain America film was good. Thor 2 was average. But I think they can only improve really.
Yeah. But essentially, those films were made to introduce the characters, and then the characters, when they came into the Avengers, they all had their own universe behind them.
I like that. I like that a lot. A good thought to leave you on. That's something you can stew on overnight as you try and sleep.
Without Oreos.
Without Oreos. In this sad world we now live in.
Still got
He's so bitter. He's been going on to this. It's been like a year now. Anyhow, let's bring it close to what was episode 12 of the Pause Podcast. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Lars. Are you on Twitter at all, Mitch? I
haven't logged into my Twitter account in like a year.
Are you streaming much these days? How
streamed
can I plug you?
No, I've got nothing. Next time I come on, hopefully I've started streaming again.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Get into
I
the
enjoyed your
Melbourne.
streams.
Get into the Melbourne community theatre scene.
Yeah, come see me in whatever show.
Let's see how you
be
connect
famous.
with Mitch after this.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Lars, you're just at Lars Wallachek, aren't you?
Yep. Also,
Nice
similarly,
to know.
haven't tweeted in about a year.
No.
We should both log in for the first time tonight and just tweet one another and then not log in again.
Classic. It's been a nice year.
Well, you can certainly keep up with what I do at UNT Roxborough. I'm trying to get back into streaming, but more regularly I podcast with Press Start Australia. They post generally around every second Monday, and that's specifically video game related. So it's good fun. We're having a lot of fun over there. Please join us.
Nice one.
That's about all I can think of. I don't really think through my conclusions for this podcast much at all.
Don't need
That's
to, you've
okay.
nailed it.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
brilliant.
All right, well, we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Anyways.